Hey everyone. Hey everyone. Hey 24 Arcade. How you doing? You told us you will teach us about scalable backend. Yeah, I will. Don't worry. Mm. Hey Harsh Patil. What is Shopify? Is this a framework? Yep, yep, it is. भाई क्या बना रहे हो? या Shopify में भी है. This is not working. Hmm. भाई आप पिछले जॉब के प्रोडक्ट को खुद लॉन्च करोगे क्या? ना. Nah, not really, no. Whew. What is happening? Shopify.com. There's only begin and callback. ठीक है करो आप, मैं भी काम करता. Yep, yep. That's actually the expectation that you put me on background, you work on something, I'm working on something. Yeah. Nope. Use authenticate Shopify helper in ESN syntax to validate session. Let me to create a Shopify session. Okay, let's go to Gemini. Are you creating your own app or one of your client one? No, my own app actually. This will be my own. This is currently working with Shopify, but I will also provide integrations with other platforms. So it is my own. Um, I need a way to get access to Shopify's authenticate function so that I can extract admin session out of the request and perform admin.graphql functions. I already have set up the app in embedded mode anyway. Achieve that. Great. Is there any other app that you have in Shopify Marketplace currently which I can see? Not really. Not any of mine. But there are apps. Yes. Oh, there you go. So let me close this out and PMI this. Rest resources, do I really need that? So I'll do this. Uh, scopes config dot API key scopes config dot API secret scopes config dot API scopes PUL latest API version is available through resources. Okay, then Shopify. So basically, your client account should be got the contract maybe. Uh, Not really. I mean, I can delete this. Authenticate. Not gonna give up. Mm, oh, this is trash, man. This is trash. Um, It's so quiet in here. Are you on mute? I can't even hear typing sound. Why not Wim motion? Nah, nah, I'm here. I'm just not saying anything. Man, you guys are really traumatized by me not saying anything on these calls. I mean, not on these calls, I'm sorry, on streams. But I'm working, you can see, Vivek. What are you making? A Shopify app, bro. I need to I need to get this done. Shopify has locked in so many features in behind React, and I need to extract those components out and just build it with ESM syntax, at least ESM syntax. Ideally, I would have liked it if what the hell? I have no idea what Shopify is. Basically, backend for shopping app. Yep, yep. That's what this is. Uh, how many days does it take to make this kind of apps? Depends on the complexity, bro. Depends on the complexity. Yeah, also depends on how many hours you code. Yeah. What is happening? Is it even landing here? Um, hey Parvez Khan, how you doing, bro? Have a great day then in college library, chilling in cooler. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, bro. Thank you. What the? Do you have GPT-5 subscription? Not really, no. After some time, it will stop giving good responses. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Do you apply LLD principles like solid? Are they needed? Yep, I do, I do. Oh, no, I can't do that. Oh. Oh, bro, you seem off from past 2 days. Is everything all right? Maggie stock खत्म हो गया क्या? Nah, it's all right, man. I know it's painful, and I'm trying to dig for something that I'm trying to run this. It's, I'm trying to do something that has not been done before. I don't even know what I'm hunting for. You should try for Claude for coding sometime privately and see the difference. Okay, Claude, huh? This isn't tutorial, it's just him coding. Guys, check out my coding tutorial, surely better than his. Yeah, AI Wobby, sure. You think that I forgot who you are, but I remember distinctly. You're still not sober, are you? It seems like you're still drunk. Check out my tutorial. He'll say he'll make tutorials later. You think that I forgot you, AIO Abhi? I don't forget that easy. Uh, hey शेख इमरान ब्रो आईटी में इतना पैसा है क्या सच में yeah I mean हाँ wow professional uses GPT for coding you wish that I was but uh, trying to debug a segment that I don't know myself what I'm doing. So when I eventually figure this out, that's when I'll know. Um, Finally got that. You want to get banned, AIO Abhi. Do you think that I haven't noticed you what you have been saying in my comment section? Maybe you missing session token. I'm missing something. I'm missing something. What am I missing though? Alright, screw it. I need to go underground a little bit. Display caption. Your beginning started 1 year ago. You are teaching things that are easy to learn elsewhere. You already enough content in these topics. Your beginning started 1 year ago and you're still at your beginning. Got flamed. He got flamed. Um, why you blurred? Because I need to reference some other code, but this is not what I'm looking for. Leave it, bro. Leave it. AIO Abhi is notorious on my streams to be drunk on something when he decides to join. So leave him be. Leave him be. Oh, Alright, screw it. Not using anything. Uh, these two. Let's remove it. Shopify controller. Let's just remove this. Console.log dot headers. I need to dive in and get my hands dirty. Console log rec dot query. Okay, goodbye. Sorry. Fuck off, man. Just piss off from this server. Oh, you're done? My inverter? Where is Vim bindings? And you guys are you guys are not leaving me be. You guys will bully me into using Vim bindings. I do have Vim bindings actually, but I don't want to use it right now. I'm just trying to get something done. Uh, so for now, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave me alone. Hey Atharva, yo watchers, I hope you feel better now. Someone who has dealt with toxic companies, I understand. Just kidding, even I'm bad at them. Okay, so if I'm losing -1 subscribers, so piss off. Enough of your shenanigans. Shopify. Okay, so can I now access? But thank you, Atharva. Means a lot. Thank you. Is it always desperation that leads into such people and environment? Hope you're doing okay. Thanks, man. Always desperation. Actually, when you're walking into a company wanting to work for them, you can't predict what are they about. But then shit happens. Verify Shopify request is not defined, huh? Oh, oh, piss off. I don't know you. You can't really predict. I think it's about इतना तो कर ही लिया है और थोड़ा करने में क्या ही जाएगा. Yeah, I mean, somewhat, yeah. JWT. Okay. Um, npm JWT. JWT package is missing. JSON web token. Hey Utkarsh, क्या चल रहा है? अभी आया. Yep, so I'm making a Shopify app, still continuing my work from yesterday. Tutorials are gonna come out of it very soon. So yeah, import JWT from JSON web token. what is your take on not working with non-technical founders who are running a tech startup? I mean, you can't blame them. Normally, it's the non-tech people who have, the money. So you can't really send. Need to send error message. It's it's always those people with non-tech background that have the money. So you kind of have to suck it in and just hope that they don't go crazy over you over, simple things. What will the tutorial be about? Just joined. This thing that I'm building right now. This will be helpful for many developers out there that can make use of this. Teams. JWT not active. Huh? What's your suggestion about Spring Boot or Java backend development? Go for it. Anything that you wish to learn, just go for it. Maybe this time it worked. Okay, this time it worked. Finally, I'm here. But now what I want to do is so I can get yeah. So let me remove this console log from here, and now clock tolerance, Shopify, host. Do I really need host? But anyway, I'll take it. Payload. SID and signature. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Already notebook LLM for off-cam. Does anybody? I think you don't use the autocomplete copilot. Not saying to wipe code, but it's really good to quickly scaffold whatever you have in mind rather than typing it all. Basically, what autocorrect does. Oh no, not really. Those non-technical, super ambitious founders who have no idea about how engineer works, what's possible and what's not. I mean, sometimes having a little bit of ignorance is a sort of a bliss where as engineers we deal with roadblocks in a way different approach than non-technical founders. Non-technical founders just look at something input and something output just like that, and they say to us engineers, just make it happen. But if an engineer was to think about how to start from somewhere and how to end up somewhere, they would think about 20 roadblocks in between. So sometimes developers who have technical background as founders, they get stumped by their very own idea. They don't have, sometimes you have to be a little bit idiotic. You have to go a little bit crazy to think that, oh, I'm just going to get from here to here. And I don't care how my engineers will manage it, but all I'm looking for is the end result. And it's up to the engineer's job to make that happen. So sometimes not having a technical background works out. Mark Cuban, like all the billionaires, how many of them are technical? Just one, Mark Zuckerberg. Otherwise, who else is there that is technical billionaire other than Larry Page and Sergey Brin, obviously, like Google, like tech founders. Like Satya Nadella is not a coder. Sundar Pichai was a coder, but now look at him. But the other ones, the oil companies, the petrol companies, the pharmaceutical companies, they don't have technical background. They're just crazy. I'll say the make it happen mentality doesn't really matter if the project is early because there is no tech debt. Once the starting point is done, then things need to be thought about carefully. But that's what these billionaires don't think about. They don't care about tech debt. It's only us who do. So they will say like, oh, okay, my app is using Code Igniter, a technology that has been outdated for so long, but I'm still making money off of it. Who cares? Just keep it running. They don't care about the CPU utilization, which is something that we care about as developers. That we think that, okay, if the CPU is at 30% spiking, then we should bring it down to 20, 15, 10, whatever percentage. Non-technical founders don't give a shit. They're like, my app is loading fine, it's working fine, that's all I give a shit about. This is where like there is this thing with founders that they think that every developer out there is trying to scam them or something, that they will just throw whatever technical jargon at the founder and they just hope that they will understand, which is something that I have come to learn to not do that ever. Don't throw so many technical terms at a founder that they can start thinking that this guy is clearly taking advantage of me. So I always speak in terms of, okay, boss, done, boss. This is the problem, boss. Yeah, it's all done, boss. Like this kind of terminology that I know that these people don't understand technical jargon. So why bother saying it in the front in the first place, right? Um, yeah. So then I'm gonna do this. So an engineer as good as knowledge, but non-technical people can move out of the bubble. Yep, yep. That's what I said. Like engineers, we have a tendency to get stumped by the roadblocks that we face. Shop equals to Shopify. Okay. Constant store equals um store equals await Shopify dot find store by domain shop. Yeah, console log store. Yeah, so I got that. Now let me copy a function. I'm gonna have to this. Sorry about that. B2B plus. Um, Store.id, huh? Okay. Out of all of the things you're using like Shopify, API, Ngrok, etc., which one of them are you paying for? None of it. None of it. Hmm. Like I should create a module for taking the creds because this is driving me nuts. Mm, in utils, generate Toml Shopify app, I no longer need it. Shopify API, I no longer need it. Generate Toml. Get creds.js. Uh, get creds.js. Where can I read it? So there you go. So this thing. For default creds. Import creds from utils. Yep, this is better. No, this is better. Hmm. Hey, null pointer exception. Gonna wait for this tutorial. I also want to create a Shopify store. Shopify store is not really the goal here. The goal is an app. You're creating an extension for the app. An engineer. I'll also say Satya Nadella understands developers more than a lot of developers themselves. In his leadership, Microsoft keeps investing into developers more. He might not know how to code though, yes. Gonna wait for this to, yeah, I mean, yeah. Can I use Fast API to make a Shopify app? Obviously, you can take the repository that when I will push it and you can just go function by function and you can migrate that code into Python. That will be easy. Some functions are Shopify inherent, so you may need to, you know, you will face a little bit of a problem. I need an ID column now, do I? If I don't take it, then what happens? Oh. Sure, Shopify. Report credits. This is done. Okay. Hey Nikhil, what is so funny, bro? I don't think there is anything funny over here. So constant element client equals await Shopify dot get admin client store. So log admin client. Session dot person defined. Nope, nope, nope. This is not how this is gonna go. Got somewhere, I guess. So okay. Yesterday I started feeling really horrible about myself. I was like not getting anything. I'm not, you know, nothing's really working for me anymore. I mean, yesterday I really like went through a mental journey. Um, 6 hours I streamed yesterday, and still I felt like complete worthless. I know none of you are listening right now. These type of painful moments actually make us who we are. I have to take a break, then I'll come back. Hey, Siddhant Ota. Have an awesome lunch, bro. Thanks, Stephen. Okay, so I have got this now. There's not really a lunch break. That was like 5 minutes I had to take. It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour, put in the work, put in the hours, and take what house black and someone my way. It's my culture. Banging strange, I changed the game so someone's plugging in. Mm. Hey Kidambi Sriram, how you doing? Um, Just being lazy as always. Hmm. What are you up to? Relatively cool project on GitHub. What is it about? Yalter Neri. Scrollable tiling Wayland compositor. Oh, nice. Infinite horizontal strip. Nice. I'm feeling horrible about myself. I don't know why. Floating windows. Nice. Independent between workspaces. That's great, bro. That's great. Bring your layer shell components. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I'll try it. I'll try it. If you feel bad and stupid about yourself, remember there are people who made She-Hulk. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Milan Rai. Yeah, we pushed about a month ago. Was pushed about a month ago. Looked cool, so I wanted to share it. Yeah, no worries. Did you watch no new trailers of OG and Kantara? Kantara, I haven't followed it up, but I hear that there is some controversy about the trailer of Kantara. I'm not sure what the entire controversy is about. If I have skills of front end, back end, CI/CD testing, documentation, deployment in cloud like AWS and monitoring, will I get a remote job offer? Uh, Job offers happen when you go out and you do it. It doesn't happen just by learning skills. npm run duplicate column name active. So did I already add it? Active. So I already have active. Okay. No, I do have active. Okay. In which case, let me just add it here. Hey, the awakened. Just sorting out some issues. Yep, it worked. What just happened? Boom, done. So this is over, I guess. Okay, so in that case, let me remove this. Finally, we are done. Finally. So installation process finished. After that, let me do this. Yay. Variables equals null. Um, body equals query if variables equals body variables equals variables. Do you know about the game The Finals? Not really, bro. What is it? Let me see. Anybody that has put me on background, just be aware that you're gonna get blasted with sound a little bit. It's time to move off Slack. Yeah, Slack is something else entirely, isn't it? The finals gameplay. Linux compatible shooter. Oh, looks cool. No doubt. No fall damage. Okay.
The overdogs are standing proudly on their hind legs, unlocking vault.
Destructible environments. Okay, jumping is quite good. So is this like a 4 versus 4 battle royale kind of thing, or is it like?
The overdogs will need to try again. Team wiped. Special delivery. The overdogs are re-engaging.
Nice.
Frag grenade out.
Has many game modes. Oh, okay. A year ago. This is quite old then. Huh. Is it free? Where can I buy this? Or where can I... Is it free? And yeah, it's free. Oh, the finals game on Steam. Free to play. Nice. Now Steam has to take an update. The soundscape takes me back to Bad Company. Battlefield 3 makes me cry. The game plays like 4 other games combined into one big fever dream, and I love it. I just wish that I could play it. Ledge building, destruction, OW user interface, Apex gameplay, possibly movement. Very interesting. BF5. Okay.
Okay, yes. Raj, thank you so much. If 1 equals to 1, share your toxic work experience, else 1 glass pani. If 1 equals 1, share your toxic work.
Shut up. So this is official Wolverine trailer now. Okay.
Been fighting longer than I can remember.
Oops.
Fighting longer than I can remember.
Okay.
I'd like to say I'm not a violent man. The trouble just has a way of finding me. But I'd be lying. Doesn't matter where I go. How far I run. Death's always waiting. Just not for me.
Mystique, okay.
Cause I ain't no hero. I'm Wolverine.
Nice. Nice. 2026, huh? The same year that GTA 6 will come out. It's been 84 years. Nice. Nerds being nerds. Yeah, I mean, okay. So, first of all, I need to exit this, exit big picture mode, and I need to go games, library. Where's the search bar, man? Store. The finals. Let's download this. Mm, 60 gigabytes. Damn. Quite a big game. I already have RDR2 in install. Bro, what's your backup plan if tech is fucked in future? Open up a restaurant. At the end of the day, everybody has to eat food, right? So I'm gonna capitalize on people eating food. That's what I'm gonna capitalize on. Or either open up a restaurant or just open up a shop that will sell groceries. Because selling groceries is a lot safer than opening up a restaurant. For opening up your restaurant, you need to maintain your quality of food. What is Ananta gameplay trailer?
Wait, it's shut down?
We just
Chai tapri. No, not anything related to chai thela. I would rather go after opening up a grocery shop. Next, DMart. It doesn't have to be that big even. I can just sell wheat and rice. Like everybody has to eat wheat and rice. I mean, that is one thing we can say about all people, flour and rice. So yeah, I'm gonna do that if tech goes to shit. Tech goes to shit. Why work when you could be a middleman? I mean, we are talking about tech getting fucked. So that's what I would be doing. What are you doing so late? What are you doing up so late, Colin? Shouldn't you be going to sleep right now? iPhone Air.
Today we have the thinnest smartphone Apple has ever made, the new iPhone Air. And even more interestingly, when humans are cremated, the only thing left behind in the dust is their titanium heart.
Do you know why people think that tech is fucked? Because I used to be one of those like optimistic guys who would talk about the corporate sector and all that. But when I shared my story of getting fucked by corporate, now everybody is thinking that there is no hope in tech anymore. Because I am now perceived as the next Joshua Fluke, which I am not, says you. I appear more sober than you are, lol. I was coding actually right here. If you if you like stream the if you rewind the stream a little bit, like 2 hours, then you will see that I have been coding for like 2.5 hours at this point. Yesterday, I also did a stream where I streamed for 6.5 hours straight coding. The phone is actually crazy. No, it's not crazy. I don't think that everyone gets fucked sometimes. Yeah, I mean,
hardware.
fair.
And I'm sure it's unrelated, but the iPhone Air is made with 80% recycled titanium. Thumbs up for that. This
If you're lucky, you even like it. I mean, that's what I went through. An unlucky moment for me where I got monumentally fucked, and now I had to be like, I have to share the story. Watch Tear Down instead. The motherboard of new iPhone is so small. I wonder how they did that. Just meaning durability. Oh, okay.
sound of scratching titanium doesn't
But a new iPhone getting destroyed like that while I have his Redmi phone in my hands, that gives me a different level of satisfaction.
pierce quite as hard as scratched aluminum, but the exterior is still indeed scratchable.
Okay, here's the bend test.
That titanium, it snaps back as straight as it was coming out of the box a few minutes ago. Just like it was forged in the heart of a dying star or deep in the fires of Mount Doom, the iPhone Air has no business being this indestructible. Both of my thumbs now hurt, along with my pride. The iPhone Air 100% passes my durability test. But I did have a contingency plan just in case Apple won. And since Apple did win, it's time to execute Plan B, quantifiably finding out the exact force at which the iPhone Air will break. Join me on a scientific field trip to my garage.
With a crane scale behind me, we'll be able to get the official number of where the titanium snaps. I think there is a metal battery inside. Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt us, but I imagine it'll snap somewhere along here. We're about to find the number. Okay, sticking it underneath these two bars. We're supporting the middle of the phone. This is so crazy. Oh, it's starting to bend. What are we at? 73?
100,
The phone's still alive. Come here, check us out.
120.
120. Oh, I heard something. We're at 171. I can't believe it's still alive. I hear something. The screen is still on, dude. 200 pounds. Oh my gosh, 215. Oh! 216 pounds of pressure. Okay, lowering her down.
So 216 pounds, 100 kilograms. It can be like, let's say if you sit on your phone and your phone is in a compromising position, then yeah, your phone can get fucked. But 100 kilograms is good enough, I feel like. Android is like iPhone. If you don't have to ask anyone for permission to explode your phone and you paid just like half as much. Do you know what? Like, I've been thinking about the tech YouTube scene and the whole social media scene. It's like everybody acts like so perfect. Everybody acts like all you need to do is upskill, all you need to do is this and that. And yet, everybody is saying that they are not finding jobs and they are facing difficulty in life and everything. It's like for the educators as well. They say that, oh, you need to just study, you need to just study. But then, where is the conversion of jobs? Like, nobody is getting any jobs. Everybody is sharing their stories of applying for months and everything. No great coders are coming out and saying that I learned this and I was able to build this just because my teacher, this and that influencer told me that I can do it. I can do it. Been hating my Android since banking apps and so on block my lineage OS and root and so on. I wish Linux phone that are usable existed. I mean, it does exist. Graphene OS, one of those. But banking apps, I think, is one of the bigger reasons that you can't have a completely independent OS running phone that doesn't depend on Google or whatever software updates that companies send out. I think that's one of the major things, especially payment apps as well. I think banking apps have that integration in, so you can just tap your phone and pay. This is why like we can't have Linux based phones mainstreamed. Even if somebody does say that I want to build Linux based phone and I will provide banking apps, then they're gonna have to lock down the OS in some sense. Locking down, when Google came out and said that we no longer support side loading of apps, I was not surprised because I'm like, this is the classic capitalism path where you build out a product, you say to everyone that you can do whatever you want with it, then everybody does buy in, then you lock them down with the applications, the ecosystems and everything, and at the end you say that now the essence of the OS is gone. You don't have an option anymore other than moving to Apple. So you just like you grind your teeth and you stay with Android. That's the problem. Um, I mean, great coders are coding. They don't tend to come out and give press release about how awesome they are. The OS is usable, but when you look at phones that run Linux 3 GB and 3 bits, look at Pine Phone 64. Honestly, there is a lot of alarmism and doom and gloom in tech right now, and there is not really going to be end of us. BunQ works in browser only, an online bank. Oh, like there is doomism. I get that. All I'm saying is all the teachers that are selling courses online, is it really working for anybody? I don't think so. I mean, at least it's not Windows or Apple. You know what I've heard about Windows 10? That now they are dropping support infinite, like for like no deadline. What am I saying? They are dropping support for Windows 10. That's what I've been hearing. Now Windows 11 is going to be the only OS that Windows will officially like deliver updates to. Like Windows 10 is not even that old. I will still keep running Windows 10. I don't care about the updates. Like get fucked. I'm not gonna go to Windows 11. Have you seen this? Bro, Stoics, you can't send any links to me in this chat, YouTube chat. You're gonna have to go to either Twitch chat or either you're gonna have to paste the link in my Discord, in which case I'm able to see it. But you won't be able to send any links right here. Okay, you have to remember if people are scared and think that they are fucked, they're extremely easy to sell them dipshit courses they would normally know not to buy. I mean, desperation is something that can be taken advantage of, 100%. 100%. You can take somebody's desperation and use it to your advantage. You can send in my Discord, actually. Yeah. Okay, I am discording. Discording. Like there is a massive incentive to say, oh, you're all fucked, you're all screwed, just buy my course and you have the one trick to get through this. Okay. Like that goes back to all the way back when I created that controversial video where I said the same thing, that we are anxious people. We always worry about our future, and it's very easy for anybody else to take advantage of our anxiousness. Fair, that is fair. But so many teachers, so many students, are there any good products coming out? Everybody is just like, I want to do tech support or I want to do tech maintenance. Sent in the lounge. 1 second. Judicial system is biggest hurdle to Viksit Bharat. I think this is going to be a Hindi video.
You cannot have a profession where you use words like my lord. Or when you're doing a petition, it's called a prayer. You've got to be kidding me. The judiciary is a public service like any other part of the state. Let's say the doctors decide that we will take summer vacation, Dussehra vacation, winter vacation, and shut down the hospitals for large part of the time, and we will have vacation benches for emergency cases. Would that be acceptable?
Actually, I believe in the Indian judiciary, bro. That's the problem. I don't think I think that there is parts where it can be improved, but all in all, when I had a case running on me, the judiciary decided to stand on my side. So I believe in the Indian judiciary and I respect it. So the huge factor, we don't need some huge runaway success to be a viable industry. I mean, do you know what though? Nobody gave enough time to AI industry to properly test the products. Nobody did that. They bought into the hype so quickly and it just became a rat race to just jump on the hype as soon as possible without even making sure that AI is predictive. I watched the video by 3 Blue 1 Brown, and only in that video did I find out that it is completely working off of permutations and combinations, probabilities basically. It's completely probabilistic. And this is what like LinkedIn people say that, oh, this is such a good tool to achieve efficiency with precision. Like precision is the one thing that AI doesn't have. And how can you say that? It's just people who ran 4 prompts, got some answer, and they were like, yeah, I'm gonna for success, it should be 10% learning, 90% practicing. Everyone forgets that big runaway successes don't typically make us rich. They make us the company owners and admin rich, and we were given maybe a Christmas bonus or some shit. The same thing with happened with AI industry. Now they are now Able in Texas. Now they are up and running with the data center. Like you saw the video by Sam Altman, right? That he posted. So the construction finally finished, and now it's time to just scale it up or meet the people's demands, whatever Sam Altman says. And then I found another thing on Twitter where Sam Altman was saying that they are not able to meet the demand. They need more compute. They need more compute. And it's like, how much bullshit do you need to spread? Like, do you actually think that we are stupid? We don't see behind the scenes what is happening. And Jensen Huang is just standing there smiling because he knows he about to gain more billions off of this. If somebody went into OpenAI and just took the profit and loss balance sheet and just uploaded it to the internet, showing showing to everybody that indeed it is a loss-making business, AI bubble will disappear just like that. But as long as people are lying and they're saying, oh, there is so much demand, there is so much demand, like I haven't seen anybody who says that ChatGPT itself is not a great tool for them. They need something more. I haven't heard it. He didn't diss judiciary industry. He suggested improvements for greater good, and even those working in judiciary who would want to support it. I mean, yeah, fair. That is a very fair thing. But I'm just saying my thoughts on the judiciary system. I respect it. I respect it. Because that's the VC thing. The whole point is to find growth, not sustainable success. Yeah. I mean, founders have figured out that if you say enough buzzwords, then investors are gonna fall for it. All you really need to figure out for your business is how to create FOMO. As long as you can create FOMO, yeah, you can do it. In actuality, a lot of them are absolute fucking morons. They just happen to make some good bets. Yeah, they were in the right place in the right time with the right amount of funding that they just opened up an AI company. The number one company that makes me laugh is Builder AI, like actually using humans to create software. You have to appreciate them a little bit given that they had such good turnaround time, but at the same time they were fucking morons that they thought that they could get away with that. But before like they got caught, they already raised like $400 million. So I feel like they walked away rich just fine. Even though the company is in shitter now, no one cares. What are your thoughts on Varun Maya? Absolute moron. He hides his incompetency behind VFX. That's what he does. The more VFX he throws at the monitor, at your screen, the more you feel like he's credible. But if you really read between the lines of what he's saying, you will find out that he's an absolute moron. AGI, a guy in India. AGI, my ass. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Days reform, erase this perfect world, and love below the dark street through the wall. Who the fuck is Varun Maya? Varun Maya is that 1 million subscriber creator now who I reacted to in my video. I have made a dedicated video on Varun Maya, so You can. Do you know AVTV? Achina. He is the husband of Achina. Which field should I learn? DevOps engineer or data engineer for upskilling? What's the point of upskilling, my guy? When you're gonna get fucked by corporate anyway, what's the point of upskilling? Look at me. I know so many technologies. What happened to me? But still, OpenAI aced ACM ICPC World Finals. That is insanity. It's a machine, bro. It's a machine. Of course, it's gonna ace it. What do you think that if you are gonna build a machine just for the sole purpose of solving problems, and when it does solve problems, why are you surprised in any way? People say, oh, AI is faster than a human now, or almost faster than a human. And it's like, then what benefits are there? Do you have any AI-based product on a mass scale that everybody is using in their daily lives other than just pulling your phone and be like, hey, ChatGPT, please tell me the answer of this thing? That's the only purpose AI has. I think I missed so much. Just in 5 minutes, I was out. No problem, bro. No problem. I'm still here, aren't I? Actually, you know what though? This Sunday, I won't be able to stream. So tomorrow, I'm gonna do my usual style of streaming, where I would be talking about some things that I have in mind, and that would be a video. Um, yeah. So I think I have enough code written so that I can make a tutorial about it. Other than this, no, bro, it's not that simple. It requires real problem solving. For context, it also aced International Mathematics Olympiad. It requires real problem solving. I know it is real. I'm not doubting the capabilities of AI. AI is capable. I'm giving it that. But it was created to solve problems. The sole objective of implementing AI was to push the boundaries of humans, human boundaries, whatever. Where our thinking stops, ChatGPT begins its thinking. That's fine. But then, what's the benefit for everybody? Why are you putting in billions and billions of dollars? Why are you laying off so many people because you want to invest in it? Why does it require that much funding to begin with? That's the problem I see. Generating code I can get behind, but doing real problem solving scares me. It can't think of the script. There's studies by a lot of big companies on it, Apple and so on. I mean, Apple had an incentive to shit on AI anyway, given that they dedicated entire talks about Apple intelligence, and now look at iPhone 17, not even a mention. So I feel like, but where did that report go? Where did that report go? Everybody paid attention to it for 2 days, and just like that, everybody forgot. That's the thing with all of the AI things anyway. No matter how much they get exposed, they tend to make a comeback. I think there are more people that have put money into AI that don't want it to fail, that can go whatever distance they have to, and there is very less audience of people who actually don't believe in AI. So even if a trillionaire company like Apple came out and said that it's just hallucinating on a massive scale, then all the other people jumped on it and they just made it go away, disappeared from the media. I think there was more companies that, let me look it up. Oops. It was never going to be possible to obtain any sort of thought with LLMs. Yeah, I mean, we are not predicting things inside our head. We lead with emotions, intent, and what we have learned before. So what we have learned before is just one aspect of how we think. But other than that, intent matters, context matters, vocabulary matters. And these are just things that I'm just thinking. Creativity is another factor that humans are able to think with. But big tech companies took predictions and they just went with it. They just predict the next word, bro. That's all we need to do. Andhra Pradesh is investing 100 crore into quantum computing for next 100 startups. Oh man, 1,000 crore. Yeah, dumbasses. Quantum computing I can get behind. Being like, quantum computing can do certain things. But then does it really need 1,000 crore? Does it really need 20 companies popping up and implementing quantum computing. This ought to be good.
Yeah, boy.
It's a probabilistic generator. It's not capable of thought, which is what always has been sold as moving forwards. True, but there are things, more companies. Let me look it up. Competition is important when you can build branding with it. Intel and AMD both create processors, but they have their own thing going on with each processor. What else can I think of? There is no branding in quantum computing. There is no branding in AI, is it? Like people say, oh, it has this personality. Like, what does a consumer care about personality? If I just tell you that I'm willing to buy an AI service and I'm thinking between XAI and OpenAI and Gemini, which one should I buy and which one should I not buy? What will be your verdict on what I should be buying? And explain me why I shouldn't be buying the other options. What would be your answer? Nothing. It's just like, oh, it thinks a little bit faster. Oh, it thinks like this. Oh, it has this personality. What does it matter? Consumer doesn't care. If I just wanted to stick with ChatGPT, I can get everything done with ChatGPT, and that's all I care for. I can get it done. But still, other companies exist for what? Anthropic was like, we offer AI search on the web. And now other companies came out and they integrated AI mode into their websites. So Anthropic is now out of date. There is no like unique selling proposition is basically what I'm saying with AI. You just can't build any. Whatever you can come up with, other AI companies can replicate and reproduce it. And then at the end of the day, we are all like a race to the bottom. That's what this is. Brother, can you guide on what I should do for my career? I currently am doing BSc IT from a local college. What else should I do to change my career? I would say that if you are a BSc IT student, go for MCA. Like me. I am also a BSc honors student. Let me get some water. My mouth is drying up. 1 second. Views on Perplexity Comet browser. By the way, this looks dope. Can you imagine flying around like this? I only think like, what was the first person doing that invented this? Invented this flying thing? And did they survive to tell the tale? But flying like this, it would be such a dream come true. You will actually feel like Superman. Flying around in dreams is so peak. I mean, I have flown in my dreams so much. I have had so many dreams where I'm just flying around. And you know what though? If you have played GTA Vice City, then you must know that there is a cheat code that you can activate so that your cars start flying. And all you have to do is pull the weight backwards, the button that does that, and your car starts flying. I have done that in my dreams so many times where I'm just running. I just throw my hands like this and I just do, and I start flying. And then I'm like, I had this ability all this time. Why didn't I use it before? And so many times in my dreams, I have realized that this is a dream. So then I pull all kind of maneuvers. I'm like, this is a dream, it's gonna end, I'm gonna wake up, what does it matter? But when I'm flying in my dream, I can realize that this is a dream. So brother, can you guide? Go for MCA, Taha Hassan, like me. Worked out fine, I guess. So real, huh? I think idea thrive in competition, and if more people get chance, tech becomes more better. Depends on your use case. What is your use case for quantum computing? Is basically what I want to ask. Comet browser, a personal AI assistant, already piss off. Already fuck off. I do not want AI to be integrated in my browser. Get fucked. Tabs, emails, calendar, socials, life. Oh, piss off. I'm not looking for a browser that sorts my life for me. Ugh. Thinking partner. Fuck off. I hate AI when it creeps into more than a website. Have you not heard of Windmorrow, that AI-based operating system that they created? What is this video? Uh, Linux distro, Omar Key, right? Corruption bad. Corruption is bad if I'm not involved in it. Lol. Okay, I suppose, yeah. Politician way of thinking. Yeah. Hell nah.
The year is 2025, and when it's all said and done, we might finally be able to call it the year of the Linux desktop. Because if you're a developer, especially a smart, lazy developer, there's a new Linux distro in town designed just for you. A distro that'll finally let you tell your next Tinder date. I use Arch, by the way. It's called Omarchy, and it takes the unopinionated Arch and injects the superior opinions of legendary developer David Hannemeyer Hansen, DHH, a developer who's richer, better looking, and more talented than us. If you don't know who he is, he's most famous for developing the Ruby on Rails framework. As a former Ruby developer myself, this community religiously adheres to the MacBook Pro as the one true development machine. But Macs are expensive and riddled with proprietary software. What if there is a better free and open source way to use a computer? I just threw out my MacBook, and in today's video, we'll find out if Omarchy is the ultimate operating system for people who code. It is September 24th, 2025.
Operating system for people who code. I think this is why I won't be using it, because that's not the use case I'm looking out of. I'm looking for out of an OS. I want it for playing games, like all sorts of things, streaming, customizing, whatever. And this is why I'm not going to be using it, I think. Hey, the one who knocks.
And you're watching the Code Report. I think my mom must have taken Tylenol when she was pregnant because I use Windows for development, but it's time to grow up. The most important feature to consider when choosing a Linux distro is the logo, because that's what you'll be wearing on t-shirts and ultimately getting tattooed on your body. And I really like the Omarchy logo. It looks both dangerous and nerdy at the same time. To install it, all you have to do is download the ISO file to a USB stick, flash it with Balena Etcher, then install it to a hard drive on your PC. I'd recommend using a new SSD drive if possible, because Omarchy will do disk encryption by default and wipe everything from a previously used drive. From there, it'll take you through a pretty standard setup process, and then you'll end up on this nice looking desktop. It uses Hyprland as the window manager, which is a far superior Windows manager than Microsoft Windows. It'll automatically organize your windows in a beautiful way, so you'll no longer need multiple monitors just to develop a website. If you're not used to it though, at first it might feel unintuitive, because hey, there's no red X to close this window with my mouse, because everything here is optimized for the keyboard. Euthanize your mouse, then hit hit the super key plus space to bring up the app launcher. Unlike a regular Arch Linux system, you'll notice that this OS is packed with pre-installed software. That can be both a good and bad thing. Most people I know who use Arch do so because they want to control every byte on the system, and seeing all of this bloatware is making them throw up in their mouths right now. And if you're a DHH hater, you'll die of cringe when you see Basecamp and Hey pre-installed. But that's not the target audience. It seems like the idea behind Omarchy is to get developers to stop using Mac and Windows and start using Linux as a daily driver by providing everything you need out of the box. We of course have Git and Docker, Obsidian for Markdown.
Needing everything, shipping everything you need. Nope. Not gonna happen with Linux. Nah. Okay, I contest. I'm definitely more handsome than DHH. Okay. Boo, Windows is for scrubs. Every game I want to play works through Steam or Lutris. And the S in OS doesn't stand for fucking spyware. I'm willing to give out my data. I don't have anything to hide. I mean, I will fight for your right to privacy, but it doesn't feel like, I don't feel like I have anything to hide. So I'm fine with installing root level kernels anti-cheat is still something I'm not gonna do anymore. I made the mistake with Valorant, and I know that my system still might be carrying that, you know, what's it called? Trojan? Yeah, it must be having that still. For a clean install of Windows only, then I can wipe it out completely. I literally have no Windows environments anymore. You live in the US, bro. It's already pretty standard to use Apple devices there. Pretty sure you have an Apple iPhone, right? They don't need to know. I don't want companies to know what I'm going to, even if I don't have anything to. I imagine you're not married, Shwi. But my gooning days are so far behind me now. It's not having something to hide. It's that they use that shit to fuck you in all sorts of ways. Not the least of it selling your data to anyone. Like, yeah, that's I get that. I get that. All I'm saying is I don't mind my data getting sold. I understand the contingency here. I have Android Scrub. Oh, you have an Android. What company
Pinata
of
for image editing, and I'm
which phone do you have, Colin? I imagine you have a Google Pixel.
been using the pre-installed OBS Studio for screen recording. And when it comes to the terminal, you have a bunch of modern shell tools like FZF for fuzzy finding, ripgrep to replace grep, zoxide to replace CD, and a bunch of other hipstery tools to replace what you would normally find on a GNU Linux distro. And it even has its own custom shell functions to do things like image conversions. If you're writing code though, the big question is where will you write that code? Well, obviously not VS Code. A keyboard-focused distro like this could only use NeoVim, but like Arch, NeoVim is notorious for its configuration nightmares, but here it's using the LazyVim config, a pre-configured version that gives you all the power of a modern IDE while remaining highly customizable. But if you're truly a lazy developer, you'll need some AI to write your code. Well, Arch has a massive package ecosystem through Pacman and the Arch user repository, and we can easily install new stuff by hitting Super Alt Space. Find your favorite AI package like Claude Code and install it. It's really that easy, even easier than a Mac or Windows machine. And that's coming from a Tylenol baby. Pretty cool, but is Omarchy right for you? Well, if you're...
There is something up with Tylenol. I've been hearing many memes about Tylenol. Just saw a Mutahar screenshot of does Tylenol make you autistic? Man, this is the new trend, Tylenol, huh? What's wrong with the Pixel, lol? Nothing wrong with the Pixel. I'm just saying that I assume that if Colin is running an Android phone, then he must be having a Pixel. Samsung something or other. Oh, okay. And the only reason I have an Apple is because, see, I told you have an Apple device. It's because my company wouldn't let me code on a Linux distro. Oh, you have a MacBook. Okay. I hate my Pixel. I wish I bought Xiaomi again. Oh, Chinese company, huh? I bought this Chinese phone because my Asus phone that is currently running the webcam, it completely shit itself on the 13th month of warranty. It just waited for 12 months to get the warranty voided, and then the 13th month it just exploded. This is why I had to buy this cheap ass Xiaomi phone. Otherwise, I don't recommend buying Xiaomi phones. And 90 hertz overpriced and more and more and more. The performance of tensor shit. I mean, it doesn't do you much good. Most screens need hundreds of them at least. Trump said Tylenol makes autistic. Oh, because of Donald Trump. Okay. Really, apart from hitting, I don't think there is any drawback. Donald Trump has said Tylenol makes autistic because he's fucking inbred. See this link, you will understand.
Since RFK Jr. and President
Oh, I see, I see. This is the origin. Okay.
Trump held a press conference on Tylenol and autism, my cell phone exploded with tweets, emails, and messages asking for me to uncover the truth. Interestingly enough, I was actually working on a video for a new Truth or Scare episode on the association between Tylenol and autism. Now, I wanted to come into this video very level-headed, relaxed.
Yeah, now I get it.
Already an Arch Linux GigaChad, you're going to hate this thing. It's way too opinionated, but that's the idea. If you already hate DHH, then you're going to hate it. And if you hate memorizing keyboard shortcuts for everything, you might hate it. But that shouldn't discourage you from using Linux. Also try out distros like Bluefin, which comes pre-configured with VS Code and dev containers. Ultimately though, Omarchy feels like a great new gateway drug to get people hooked on Linux without all the pain and suffering it takes to configure a fully loaded system. But speaking of the terminal, another tool you need to know about is CodeRabbit, the sponsor of today's video.
Shut up. It feels like I bought an old Xiaomi phone. Emulation is ass, and performance generally isn't when comparing to half as expensive Xiaomi, how repairable they are and how easy to OS is installable. If you are looking for installable OSs, go with Pixel. Google Pixel is the best brand for that. I use Mint because I'm a basic bitch. I should install Arch on my F drive. So you can see that this PC, there we go, 130 gigabytes free of 145 gigabytes. I kept this drive for free because obviously for installing Arch. Temple Run. No, don't do that. When is the new Arch stream? First of all, I need to dedicate my life and sell my body to the devil if I really want to run Linux on this machine. I need to do that. And if the transaction goes fine, maybe I'll be able to use OBS Studio to stream directly from Arch without any issues. I tried Fedora and I tried it still hurts. It still hurts. The time that I installed Fedora on this laptop, bare metal, and I tried streaming from it. You can see the stream on my channel. If I go to live section and here we go. Fedora sound issues. This is a live stream that I did straight from Fedora. You can see. Listen to the sound. Do you hear the jittering of my own sound? Like on Windows, everything runs fine. It's just all good. I'm using Fedora KDE with Ryzen 5 processor and games run better in Fedora. There's no problem with the audio, hard to play 4K video offline. Just install the whole thing again. He broke everything. Yeah, bro said Fedora didn't work, I remember. Your wife would be obligated to stop having sex with you ever. Oh, I see. I see, but I have Pixel 6a, so it wasn't expensive at all. Got it around 30K 2 years ago. 30K, huh? Rage bait. My sweet summer child, I can walk you through it anytime. The number of times I absolutely destroyed my whole computer is too many times. I cannot afford that. I can't afford breaking my laptop, nuking my laptop just like that. There is so much data that I have stored inside of this that I would want to take a backup first, including my Windows OS installation. Because if something happened, if I managed to fuck this computer up, then my bread and butter is gone, basically. Do you think getting a job as a full stack developer is still possible today? Bro, it's always possible, man. It is always possible. I guess you had issues because of the NVIDIA hardware. In future, if you build a PC, buy AMD GPU and Linux will run smooth. I'm never going to commit to a desktop PC. Never. Not gonna happen. The idea of setting everything up on a table and getting location logged is something that I'm not a big fan of. Not gonna work for me. I'm always going to be a laptop guy. Whatever device I will buy, it has to be a laptop. Do you even partitions? I managed to mess up the partition, bro. I was able to recover the drive. I've been forever trying to merge F drive with C drive, but it's just not working for me. I don't know what I need to delete. That's why you use partitions. Makes sense. If makes sense. Still get an AMD CPU though, or APU. No, I have an AMD CPU. This is running AMD Ryzen 5. What the fuck, man? DX Diag. You can see that I'm running a, here you go. Where is it? Here you go. AMD Ryzen 9 5900 HX with Radeon graphics. This is my processor. Ryzen 9. And still, how do you fuck up partitions? Just use Ubuntu and go on with your life. I used Ubuntu for 2 years in this laptop. This very laptop that I'm streaming from, I used Ubuntu for 2 years in a client project. It just would not work on Windows. Whatever I tried, it just would not work. So as a result, I had to go bare metal with Ubuntu. So it was fine, but the sound issues were still there. The speaker issues. I never used to watch any YouTube video on my Linux installation. Where they don't want to put non-OSS drivers. Fine, I'll stop. I messed up with Fedora uninstallation. I did not know how to safely remove Fedora from a machine completely. As a result, I went on YouTube. I looked at a video called How to Remove Any Linux from Your Windows Laptop. And I just followed the instructions, managed to fuck it all up. And then, yeah, here we are. I was wrong about learning how to code 2025. Chris Sean. Do I need to see this? Let's see.
I used to think that AI would replace developers. Like it was going to eventually happen. I remember strongly believing in that. I remember when I thought learning how to code would be pointless. Hence, honestly, why I stopped uploading videos for a couple months. Because I didn't want to motivate people and push people to learn code when I...
That's why I sent you 2 videos, Fireship and DRM like.
Thought I myself would be replaced in a couple years, but I can honestly say I'm no longer worried about that. So here's what actually changed my mind. Let's first...
I am no longer worried about that. Okay. Okay.
Let's talk about what I got wrong. So with the growth of LLMs in the tech space, I remember thinking that faster code generation would mean fewer developer jobs. And I mean, when you look at Twitter, when you look at Reddit, when you look at YouTube, you see all these CEOs, not just any CEOs, tech CEOs of large companies with thousands and tens of thousands of employees working for them, saying that in 6 months, by the way, this was 6 months ago, he said in 6 months, AI will be writing 90% of our code. 6 months later, it still didn't happen. I used to think that faster code generation meant fewer developer jobs, but it actually turns out that AI only replace tasks, not developers. When you look at LLMs now and all these chatbots, prompting is cheap. But what's expensive? What's hard to find, especially in developer space, is this.
How in the fuck are there so few people who saw through this absolute fucking nonsense? This is what I don't understand either. See, there is one thing about developers that they need to have. It's called farsightedness. You need to see a certain set of inputs at one stage, and you need the ability to visualize it going into fruition like 2 years or 5 years from now. And that's what happened with AI. When I was told for the first time that there is this technology called AI, ChatGPT, whatever, and it's going to replace developers, then I just looked at the tool, I just tested out 2-3 times, and then whatever skills that I had for my farsightedness, I just looked into 5 years in the future, and I just realized, nah, it's all bullshit. It's not going to happen. But unfortunately, people don't have that. Some people are just so skill centric, like they just focus on their skills. I just need to know, that they don't develop this ability. You know why most of the code is so spaghetti these days? It's because developers don't think 2 years in the future, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years in the future. They don't think about that. They are just like, ship whatever slop we have and just be done with it. It's just about getting a tick mark on your Jira ticket. That's what the problem is. And this skill actually translates into real world when you get told by other people that you're going to get replaced, at which point you never even learn to use your own head and think about things. I have been against AI day one, and now look at this guy slowly realizing that this is not going to happen. Okay, I'll leave you alone, lol. Oh, fuck me, it's 2 in the morning. Yeah. Obvious kills itself for no reason. Just wait for 300 years when we combine quantum computing and AI. Oh, fuck that. Basically, from Windows, we go to the boot partition and delete Fedora Ubuntu folder easy. Oh, that's a classic. I luckily found a nice article to delete the boot entry of Ubuntu upon deletion, which I remember always. Oh. Does learning niche dev skills like Shopify, which you have also tutorials on, could be more beneficial than generic full stack engineer? Both have their own advantages, bro. I would not say that I would always stick with niche development frameworks. I would not do that. That is actually harmful. You need to spread your skills as much as possible. I do specialize in Shopify more than other tech, yes. Because I got a job full-time in 2019. From 2019 till 2022, 2023, I was working on Shopify full-time. Therefore, I know the platform in and out. That's what this is. Coding with compassion. The thing is, I'm so confused seeing both sides fight each other on AI, is that now I'm worried about my future and what should I do in life. I'm just worried. There is no point in getting worried, bro. There is no point. That's what I would say. That's absolutely the opposite. Never hyper specialize, despite what people say. You'll always be useful if you have the base languages. Yeah, that's what I would say. If I had the option, I would be a generalist more than a specialist. Because normally generalists, if they know everything to a certain degree, they have the option to dive in one of those topics and go really deep. If you specialize in Shopify and people stop using Shopify, you're fucked. Yeah, that's what the thing is. Yeah.
Thinking, aka humans that know the deep end-to-end parts of your code base of different systems, who know how to debug, who have debugging intuition, trade-offs, who know why we should do something and not just because it's a hot thing right now or just because everyone talks about it on Reddit or X. And communication is king. That's the job of developer. So no, it's not speed equals replacement. It's more of like speed equals acceleration for developers who do the direct work on the code base for your apps, for your websites. You know what? One prime example is this app I was trying to build. So I was trying to build a semantic Q&A app, and I was trying to run my Python file, and it wouldn't run, and I was going crazy. I couldn't figure out why. I remember asking, and this was ChatGPT for this use case, why is this not working? You can see my code, let me know what's going on. ChatGPT kept trying to rewrite my app, and I'm like, why are you trying to rewrite this? It kept trying to rewrite it over and over again. and it couldn't figure it out. And I eventually figured it out. I'm already using port 8000 when I tried to load this on my local host. I should have just used port 8001 or terminate whatever was using port 8000. And at that moment is when I realized, wait, I don't think AI is going to replace me. I'm not really worried about AI anymore. I love AI because it makes my life way easier, way more productive than I should be, but I'm no longer worried about it after that. Next, let's talk about the reality of AI in the tech space. So I want to actually read out this X post from Ahmad Masad, and this is what he said. He said, a public company CEO told me AI coding has had negligible impact on his engineering teams. Instead, the real transformation has been on their product and design teams using Replit. This is what a public company CEO told him. And then so he asked that CEO, how does he reconcile this with CEOs saying that 20 to 50% of code is generated by AI? And that CEO said, that's also true in their case. AI does generate a lot of their code, but that whatever time saved in generating the code is lost back in debugging, reverting bugs, and security audits. So if you measure time to ship, PRs merge, or whatever high-level metric, you don't see any impact at all whatsoever. What can we see from this? Number one, we don't see AI replacing us anytime soon. Number two, leaders are not firing junior developers. They need a pipeline. The senior developers can't do all the simple work just because AI can do it, because AI can't do anything without a person, a human being, prompting, telling AI what to do. AI is absolutely amazing. But I think the question isn't, will AI replace developers? I think the better question to ask is, which AI will actually make us better? So let me show you why my perspective has completely changed when it comes to AI. And then I need to paste it in and test it and see if it works manually. That's like.
Also, what a ton of people aren't understanding is that generating a shitload of code is generating a shitload of tech debt. Code bases are getting so bad. I mean, it's good for my future. I so wish that I get some cleanup job in tech. That somebody said that I vibe coded this app in 2 days and now it has turned into this plethora of tech debt that I need to clear it up. I would do it. Honestly, I would do it. Time lost is the big thing. Yeah.
Like what, 5 steps just to see if it works. Now, let's look at the exact same thing when it comes to Anthropic's Claude code. So I'm going to pretty much I'm just going to copy and paste it from here. And actually, before I paste that into here, I just need to make sure that Claude is running, and you just type in Claude.
Oh, piss off. This is getting boring. Vibes won't cut it. Chris Kelly, augment code. People have to create videos telling each other that, hey, vibe coding is not gonna cut it. It is sad. It is sad. How stupid it has gotten. Any mouth-breathing idiot can now sit in front of a laptop, create a website, and they can declare themselves a software engineer, which was possible before, but the bar to entry for a software engineer was a little bit higher. AI came in and it dropped the bar so low that anybody can spin up ChatGPT, get it to build a website for them, and then copy paste it and just be like, yeah, I'm a software engineer now. Dude, I'm so fucking good at fixing bot code. So am I. My coding cleanup competition companies, they seem to be future, lol. I'm so excited about the next 5 years as long as the world economy doesn't collapse and the bubble pops. Oh, it will. Absolutely, it will. Inflation's gonna kick in really bad. Already the economy for every country is like tariffs and everything gets picked up. You know what's happening in India? Petrol pumps are now adding ethanol to the petrol, being like, yeah, you're gonna have to inject 20% ethanol into the petrol that you're selling. As a result, the government is saying that it doesn't affect the cars. Insurance companies are saying it does affect the cars, and if you do that, then we're not gonna give you coverage on your insurance. As a result, the consumer is getting fucked. The daily drivers, the daily commuters who have motorcycles or cars, who are getting that petrol in their cars, it's gonna get trashed. Their car engine is gonna get fucked. And as a result, they can't claim insurance. The government says it's not a fault of the petrol. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. I don't want to think about it. Don't say that. Check Lounge. Google wants to erase human engineers at this point. The end of Transformers. Short video, very nice.
In 2017, Google Brain gave the world transformers, the architecture that made ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, even Sora possible. Now, in 2025, the same brain power from Google DeepMind might just have found a way to replace them. Welcome to Front Page. My name is Sudhi. Let's go ahead and find out how is this happening. So let's meet Mixture of Recursions, or MOR. It's a new LLM model architecture from Google DeepMind and Mila. That's leaner.
Dude, E20 petrol was fine if they just gave an option for older vehicles to get pure petrol as well as cheaper E20 petrol. But no. Masti dekho.
Faster and possibly the future of AI. Why? Well, because it's 2 times faster, inference 50% smaller memory needs, half the training compute, and a better performance than much bigger vanilla models. Sounds like magic? Alchemy maybe? Well, it's not. It's math and some brilliant design. Instead of sending every word through the same 100 plus layers, MOR decides how much computation each word actually needs. Simple words exit early. Complex ones go for a second or third loop. All powered by a smart router that acts like a traffic cop for tokens, which basically means less wasted compute, smaller memory footprint, and inference speeds that leave transformers in the dust. MOR doesn't hoard memory like transformers. Only active tokens get cached. Others are done and dusted. And if memory is tight, well, you can reuse the same cache across loops. Tiny accuracy drop, massive RAM savings in test after.
This is just a sales pitch. This is just a sales pitch. Release the fucking thing. Let us try it out. Pretty sure within 2 days, somebody would be able to break it. Somebody would be able to ask a question that this will completely explode. If it's an LLM, it's not a transformer killer. It's just stacking transformers again. Yeah, I mean, that's what this is. The issue with Google is that it's an ad company with no other significant portfolio, so everything they always do becomes crap. Just another one of those graveyard products.
After test, MOR beats larger transformer models without more parameters. So basically, 118 million MOR is greater than 315 million transformer on few shot accuracy at 1.7 billion scale. MOR outperforms with just 1/3 the weights on batch size 32. Inference speed jumps twice, and all of this without sacrificing quality. This is actually bigger than just a speed boost. MOR rethinks how LLMs reason. It brings planning inside the model loop. Not every task needs 100 layers. Some need 2, others maybe 4. MOR lets the model decide in real time. It's not just more efficient, it's actually smarter. So the question is this the end of transformers? Well, not yet. But we are entering a new era for sure. Just like transformers replaced recurrent neural networks, MOR could become the next frontier. And it's not just Google playing with new ideas. Meta has super intelligence labs. OpenAI is betting on agents. And xAI is pushing Grok into every Tesla and introducing companions that are going berserk. But today, it's actually MOR that's making everyone take notes. From 2017's attention is all you need to 2025's mixture of recursions. Google seems to be writing the book on modern AI, and that too, again. It's fast, it's memory smart, it learns how to think recursively. And it just might be the architecture that leads us into the next era of intelligence. Please make sure to check the paper, which is attached in the comments below, and let us know what you think about this new development. And if you want this to unfold in front of your eyes, please visit Cypher 2025, taking place at KTPO Whitefield, Bengaluru from the 17th of September to the 19th of September, because it is India's biggest AI summit and expo. And that's where true...
Not impressed. I'm not impressed. Oh my shitting fuck, this guy makes me so mad. Colin, go to bed. It's already too late. Go to bed. Hey, Joy World. It is a fucking... They'll say all sort of shit and pay sucker sycophant allows to boost it. I mean, yeah. That's what it is. For real, this guy does not know what he's talking about. I mean, it's clear that this guy is reading from a teleprompter. Do you really think he's a tech enthusiast? No, he's not. There was a time when I was hyped about VR, but the crap they released calling VR has made me lose hope. If it had actually happened, the gaming industry would have been a revolution. It would have been. It would have been with VR. It was too early for the market. Too early, like the tech was too limited to release VR. I think they just went with a crappy version of a software that somebody created that some investor looked at and he was like, release it. Clearly, VR needed so many more years of optimization and development work. But it's just that make money, make money, make money, just push it out. That's the problem. I hope you're right. One of the most prominent figures, Andrew Ng, said that the AGI will happen eventually, either in decades or in centuries. Seems like another AI hype campaign. Yep, that's what this is. I think AI really helped gaming studios. Did it though? Still waiting for Steam release the frame. They've trademarked it like a week or longer already. Oh. Just open the research paper of the OMR. Let's see किस खेत की मूली है ये. Not interested, man. I'm not interested. Every day, like look at Theo. I had a fight with him on Twitter, but Theo has become such an AI bro. Every video, couple videos that he pushes out, it's like AI this, AI that. Look at this. Cloudflare, these might be my favorite models. I hate JavaScript. AI startups are over. OpenAI, Cloudflare, it's just not you, Claude. OpenAI future, their acquisition. Claude, again, is this the end of Chrome? Anthropic, the right way to wipe code. It's just like there's too much AI going on anyway. With my favorite influencers that I am following, and it's already so much going on already. I don't want to waste any time. Theo is a fucking imbecile. Maybe. I think the compute has become stagnant as we can't reduce the size of our chips. So we will have a full period of in the coming years after the AI bubble bursts. Lull period in the coming years after the AI bubble burst. It's not an AI business, Shwi. It's not. He's a prominent investor in Cursor, so he has to believe in the grift. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, okay. But why did you tag me? I'll still read your chat, man. It's not like I ignore other people. AI was there decades before. Now it's like only become more pragmatic and companies started leveraging it. Yeah, fair. See this bitch. 2030 in demand skills. We barely are getting through 2025. And this is already like 2030, 5 years from now, what skills would be in demand? What else is it then? Dude, he went on and on and on about how the people can't understand how he's better than the rest of his team because he won hackathons and they couldn't handle his amazing speed of release. Oh, Guruji uploaded. Here's our Guruji. H1B visa, real analysis. Impact on IT industry. Guruji has come out with a banger. Anyway, this is it for today. I think I'm way too tired. Not tired. I would say I'm hungry. So I'm gonna go for lunch, and then I'm gonna come back with a chill stream once again. He's a complete fucking moron. I've seen so many coders like him. I mean, obviously, like yeah, he's not a he's not a top 1% developer himself. Nobody is. They are a fucking chore to work with, and they are genuinely awful coders. I mean, yeah, he's not gonna open source the code for T3 chat now, is he? But yeah, this is it for today. I'm gonna push this code out and I'm gonna create a tutorial around it so that you guys can understand like what's happening. These tech influencers are so deceptive and misleading who somehow got lucky and got into FANG company but was sacked away. Yeah. Anyway, Kolkata used to be capital of India, but it's not the case anymore. I think due to them don't accepting computers as they thought might replace them, but in reality, computers improve life at all. Why suddenly did you bring Kolkata into the argument, bro? I mean that video regarding 2030 demand skills. Oh, okay. I see. I hope same is the case with AI, assuming AI is there to improve lives of all. Later, dude. Yep. So I'm gonna go have lunch, and maybe I'll be back. I don't know. If not, tomorrow I'm gonna stream full day again. And yeah, bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Twitch chat, Vivek. Bye bye. Bye bye.